I was born and raised in Harlem, USA. I was born in the Harlem Hospital, raised in the Lincoln Projects, the Abraham Lincoln houses, 135th and Madison, 2155 Madison Avenue, apartment 5E. I wonder who's living there now, man. I just, but that's where I was born, man, and loved that area as a kid growing up. Loved Harlem, and I went to elementary school, John B. Russell School, PS 197 on 5th Avenue, 135th. I went to Frederick Douglass Junior High School, and then I went to Heron High School in Manhattan. When I listened to the radio, there were really two influences in radio that I listened to. Jocko, the rocket ship Jocko Henderson, and Murray Kaufman. Murray Decay on the swinging soiree with a blast from the past, the big oldie for you. Those are the two disc jockeys. Now, I had no idea that I was ever going to be a DJ. I'm going to be honest with you right now. I had no idea I would ever get into radio, let alone being a DJ or a newsman or anything like that. I just wanted to, be an actor. I wanted to be the Black Paul Newman. Before I got into actually getting a radio gig, a guy whose name is Ron Bristol worked at WWRL. He was a news guy. He said, "Hey, man, I just got a job at RL. I'm going to do the news. You want my old job?" And so, "What's your old job?" He said, "I used to be the store announcer at Times Square stores on Linden Boulevard in Brooklyn." I said, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I'll recommend you." I said, "Oh, okay, I'll do it." So I quit my daytime job, which was working at Metropolitan Life Insurance Company, and started working for Times Square stores. And I would say shoppers in our shoe department on the lower level. We have women's and teens floppy slippers. Women's and teens floppy slippers in our shoe department on the lower level. Eventually, there was an opening here for a newsman at WXLO. I applied and got the job. And when Ed Lewis, who was the news director, quit, Lamb moved to mornings, and I ended up doing the afternoons. And that's from the XLO days. And I stayed there, XLO, until we changed call letters in 1980 we were FM 99, and then 1981 we became Kiss FM. When you get into radio, the first job is usually what you end up doing. The first job was a news job, and I ended up doing news. And music. I was a music collector, buying albums all over the place. Oh, I like this song, let me play this one, blah, blah, blah. So after a while, you start to know all the history behind all the music. And so I tried to figure out a way to incorporate that into what I did, and using the Week in Review as a way of getting that across. And so in the 80s, throughout the 80s when I was doing the Week in Review, I also had profiles of celebrities. But Sade's first appearance here in New York was on that show. There's so many other people. My philosophy has always been, I'm not really a newscaster, I'm not what you call a broadcaster, I'm a communicator. And that's my whole point, is to communicate. Not necessarily to read, but to talk the news. And that's the whole purpose of it, to make it as conversational as possible. So as we bid adieu, let me just remind you about what I always say at the end of our Soul Beginning show. I always tell the listeners to keep a good thought. And we'll see you next time as we remember the times. You guys take care. Adios.
Good evening, I'm Bob Slade, and welcome to our oldie show, Soul Beginnings, on 98.7 KISS FM. Glad to have you aboard our musical trip back in time. As a matter of fact, we have so many songs, it's going to be tough to get them all on this show, but we're going to really give it a try. As the Jackson 5 score their third #1 hit, message songs make their impact, the adult Stevie Wonder hits twice, and we'll meet War for the first time. It all happened in the summer of 1970.